Hey everybody, Joe here. Got another show for you right now that I wanted to bring to your attention. If you're on X at all, or even to some degree Facebook, you're noticing a lot of ops going on right now from all sides on all kinds of different topics, from Epstein to Iran to these. That's going to be the focus of this show. These data centers. Okay. It's funny to me that these fake MAGA people who were never MAGA, they were like, oh, that's where the money's at currently, so I'm going to go with that. You know, the Alex Jones, the Owen Schroyers, the Milo, all these controlled ops. It's funny to me how now on any given topic they sound exactly like the Democrats if you actually pay attention to them. We all know that they get paid by, it's not just X revenue. They get paid by groups behind the scenes that push agendas, so on and so forth. I do not agree with that at all. I think that is social engineering. And I think that, people left mainstream media to go to the internet to get information. And I think that some of these same people who, let's say, were controlling narratives in the media have figured out ways to do the same on social media. So, having said all that, what we're going to be talking about today is data centers. So we've heard people on the right and also Democrats align on this issue as well because, Trump wants to win the AI war, which is actually smart. Unlike other presidents who would have let that fall by the wayside as China, eats our lunch. I know Biden said that would never happen. But now that that's actually happening, and we're doing these data centers, it's some like billions of dollars are pouring into the United States for them. I've had people come to me and say, well, these data centers are going to raise prices. You've got More Perfect Union, totally leftist rag of a channel, of a news outlet. All they do is whine and itch their, lady parts about every little thing. They slant information to make it seem a way that it isn't and so on. Now, one of the biggest complaints is that these data centers are going to raise the cost of energy for people around the country where they might be located with these data centers in the states and so on. And I've maintained all along, because Trump said it all along, that there is going to be a condition to where these data centers are going to put in their own power supplies, their own power plants, let's say small power plants. He also outlined, this was almost immediately after he took office that he outlined all this for the people, but people don't remember because the news cycle moves so fast, especially online, that they're going to produce their own power and it's going to be fed back into the grid. So by them producing their own power, they're not draining power from the grid that me and you use, which means your price is not going to go up already. But they're also going to send that power back into the grid, which means there's going to be an abundance of power, which would lower your prices even more if these energy companies are going to be honest. That's the contingent factor there. I live in a state, Michigan, where some of these energy companies are not honest about things. Okay, that's a whole nother show. But if you live in Michigan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not all the companies either. There's specific ones. But as of today, the Doomers, the Democrats, they just got put on notice because this is what we're looking at now. Take a listen to Trump. He's confirmed it and he signed the order. Listen to this.
Under this new agreement, big tech companies are committing to fully cover the cost of increased electricity production required for AI data centers, and that would be prices for American communities will not go up, but in many cases will actually come down and very substantially. Because, the data centers, and you people are so big, you're the biggest in the world, but they've developed a little bit of a bad public, they need some PR help, because people think that if a data center goes in, their electricity prices are going to go up, and that's not happening. It's not going to happen. And for the areas where it did happen, it won't happen anymore because they never had this alternative. It's actually.
Oh, and in case you were wondering, the guys in helmets, no, those were not the Democrats. Okay, those were actually workers who are gaining jobs because of the creation of these data centers. So they're not only going to help us lead in AI, I should stipulate that Trump is wanting to focus on politically neutral AI, which means not far left, not far right, whatever you want to call it. I don't believe those are either. I think the far left and the far right are the exact same people. 2016-ish, the alt left became the alt right. They moved over to the Trump side. The guy that organized Charlottesville, for example, was the two-time Obama voter. I mean, it's all ops upon ops, and it's really done a number on the American people, and people are waking up to it. That makes me happy. But those are the workers who are going to make the money building these data centers and the power plants and all of that, not Democrats in helmets. I know that could get confusing.
Actually going to mean the prices come down. You're going to see how badly they want. Some centers were rejected by communities for that, and now I think it's going to be just the opposite. This means that the tech companies and the data centers will be able to get the electricity they need, all without driving up electricity costs for consumers. This is a historic win for countless American families, and will also make our electricity grid stronger and more resilient than ever before. So that's part of it. It's going to be strengthened up, and they're going to be getting a lot of excess electricity from the data centers where they build their own plants. They're going to be creating their own electricity. We're pleased to be.
And there you have it. He told you exactly what you needed to hear. That is our president working for the people, period. We aren't playing games. We want to win the AI race in a ethical way. We want to make sure that the plants, centers being built can create their own energy, cover their own cost of energy without affecting U.S. citizens. That is all one should be asking for. That is a win, top another win. So anyway, guys, that's what I got for you on this show. We are actually winning on all fronts. We're winning in Iran. We were winning since day one in Iran. We're winning on the data centers. We're winning on the economy. We're winning on the Strait of Hormuz because we're now going to not only insure them when Lloyd's of London refuse to, we're also going to escort these ships through the canal or the strait and get them out and in and everywhere they need to go, so that Iran can't do anything. Not that I really think Iran has anything to do with it. I kind of feel like they made the announcement. There's a recording of it actually somewhere floating around on X. I might even have it bookmarked. I bookmark everything, as you all know. But at the end of the day, that is what we're looking at. We are winning on all fronts. Don't let anybody blackpill you. Oh, and lastly, we took almost every single person that Trump backed for the primaries in different states, especially Texas, all won their primary. So anyway, guys, that's what I got for you. MAGA is full steam ahead, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Y'all have a great day. Peace out.